Marking and cutting of back piece for saree blouse. As we've already constructed the pattern for the back piece for a saree cutting blouse, we will now see how to mark and cut the same on fabric. At the end of the session, you will be able to mark and cut the back piece of saree blouse on fabric. Let's first familiarize with the tools and materials required for marking and cutting the pattern on fabric. They are 1.5 meters of fabric, pattern square, tailor's chalk, measuring tape, pins, and shears. Let's see how to mark the back piece on fabric. First, let's turn the view of the pattern for the convenience of marking and cutting on fabric. Now keep the fabric in a fold for about 2 inches more than quarter of the chest circumference with the folded edge close to you. Here, we will take 11 inches. Mark a starting point 0 to your left and measure 16 inches along the fold to get point 1. From both points, draw right angle lines to the fold. Then from point 0, measure 10.25 inches and make a mark. This is point 2. Again from point 1, measure 10.25 inches and make a mark. This is point 3. Then join points 2 and 3 with a straight line. From point 0, measure 7.25 inches along the fold and make a mark. This is point 4. Draw a right angle line to the fold from point 4. The point where this line meets the line 2, 3 is point 9. Along line 0, 2, measure 6 3/4 inches and mark the point. This is point 5. Draw a right angle line to 0, 2. The point where this line meets 4, 9 is point 19. From point 5, measure ½ inch down and make a mark. This is point 6. Again from point 0, measure 3.5 inches for the width of the neck and make a mark. This is point 7. Connect points 7 and 6. This is the shoulder slope. From point 0, measure 9.25 inches along the fold and make a mark. This is point 8. From point 8, draw a right angle line inwards. Then from point 7, draw a right angle line until it meets the line drawn from point 8. The point where these two lines meet is point 15. Starting from point 1, measure 9.5 inch towards point 3 and make a mark. This is point 10. Join points 10 and 9. This is the side seam. From point 1, measure 3 3/4 inches towards point 10 and make a mark. This is point 11. Then draw a right angle line from point 11 inwards and measure 1/3 of waist length for the dart, which is 5 inches, and make a mark. This is point 12. From point 11, measure 3/4 inches on either side and make a mark. This will be point 13 and 14. Connect points 13 and 14 to point 12. From point 10, measure ½ inch upwards and make a mark. This is point 16. Connect points 16 and 14 in a straight line. Find midpoint of line 8:15. This is point 17. And mark the center from line 7:15. This is point 18. Now draw a curved shape for the back neckline from 17-18. Again mark the midpoint of line 5-19. This is point 20. From point 19, measure 1¼ inches outward and make a mark. This is point 21. Then draw a curved shape for the armhole from point 20-21-9. Thus we have completed marking the pattern of the back piece of saree blouse on fabric. Now let's cut the fabric along the drafted lines. Then snip little corners off to mark the ends of the darts. To mark the dart on the other half of the blouse, pierce a pin through the peak of the dart. Turn the cut back piece to the other side and mark the point where the pin is. Then connect the ends of the dart with the peak points. Thus we have finished cutting the back piece of the saree blouse. In this session we have marked and cut fabric for the back piece of the saree blouse. In the next session we will see how to cut fabric for the front piece of the saree blouse.